Finish eating. Can't eat it. 1 o'clock. I don't even know if this is working.
I was on a call until 6, and then got distracted, and you know how it is.
Yeah. Well, this might be working. I have no idea. I haven't done it for so long. So,
when the girlfriend comes home, I may have to get off for a sec, but
or just let her take your place. Who knows?
She hates being on. She hates when I'm on because I'm in the middle of the living room. She thinks I talk too loud and all that good stuff. So
I should probably tell you we are probably live right now, by the way.
I see, 45 seconds in.
Before you get going too far there. It's nice to know something's working tonight, though.
Yeah, that's good,
Everything else is, but YouTube's not for me. Oh, there it is. So there we go. We got Norman Rowan here, John 2618, SD70ACE fan. How are you? And Jerry Satterelli. And John number 2's texted me back. I've been texting him like for the last 2 days, trying to see when the guy's coming over. Never texts us back. So now he'll probably call right in the middle of my live stream. Kelly's Rail Fan Adventures, John 2618. How are you? PDRR Engineer. And we got Caboose 121 popping in saying hi. And we got Drum Rail. Cool name. I like that one. Pirates of the Model Trains. Now, that just Pirates of the Caribbean right there. Like, that's setting yourself up for all kinds of videos right there. Dave BNSF N-Scale, how are you doing? Digger Evans, nice to see you. Pittsburgh Train Fanatic popping in. And everybody saying hi to everybody, so that's pretty cool. Steve Chillers. So, Heath, I got to ask.
Yes, Marky.
And we started out like this, but I'm going to ask anyway. You got that new thing sitting there saying it's Heath's fault. And
blame Heath.
Yeah, blame Heath. And I normally start everything on YouTube. Like, Just Nate got his nickname from me, and John 2 is now John 2 because that's what I've called him. And there's a couple other out there too, but I didn't start this with you. So how did it catch on?
Well,
Well,
for this evening as an example, this is supposed to be a GoPro show, and now like we're sitting here talking, so it's like it's like everything just keeps going wrong while I'm around.
Oh yeah, so I did tell everybody it was going to be the GoPro show because I haven't done one of those for a while. It's been 2 months basically since I've been out in my train shed, and of course you don't update computers and stuff for.
Oh no!
And then when you turn them on, they're looking at you going, "Who are you?" And
yep.
And then I had to try to remember passwords and try to figure it out. And no, it just wasn't working. So just gave up on that. Do this again. So
I'm actually curious to hear what people in the chat's recollection is. But my recollection of where it came about was that I was on Tom's Trains and Things channel. Yeah, cuz, what's up, Vinny?
I thought I could surprise him too.
So I was on Tom Trains and Things. He interviewed me. It was the beginning of August. And then the next week he tried to interview John from Schuylkill River Valley. And John couldn't get in. For some reason, he just couldn't log into vMix. So I was curious if he was using the same login and password. So I logged in and I got in. But then after I got in, I was like, oh, I'm probably taking up his one spot. So I got out. And then when I got out, Tom said, oh, John had just gotten in, but because you logged in, you booted him out. So it became this whole thing where John couldn't get onto Tom's channel and I booted him out. And I think it just became Blame Heath after that. And it sort of stuck.
And it's just catching on from one channel to the next. Like Rabo Bell blames you for everything. John number 2's blaming you for everything. The only person that doesn't blame you for anything is me. I probably should have.
Yeah, probably. The funny thing is, it's now gone across the pond, and people across the pond blame me for everything as well.
Well, speaking across the pond, now I got Vinny on here too. How are you doing, Vin?
I'm doing okay. Good to see you back there, brother. How you doing, Heath?
I'm good, Vinny. How you doing?
Hey, you mentioned something on the podcast the other day about Twizzlers. I don't know if you saw my comment, but that's my second favorite.
I did. Yeah, Twizzler. Now, I shouldn't even say it, but I love chocolate Twizzlers. I'm not a red Twizzler guy. I'm a chocolate Twizzler guy. So.
Really? I've never seen those.
Yeah. Oh, they're so good. They're so good. But yeah, that was a fun podcast, wasn't it?
It was. It was really fun.
Yeah. And even Sparky was involved, if you listen to the end.
Yeah, I don't. He got that a while ago from me, but that was a good podcast. But I got to ask. Well, I got to say first off, because you mentioned me in that podcast.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty awesome. And Wilmer mentioned me in the podcast. And I thought, you know what? This is really cool. And the next guy has to mention me because I have helped him out. And we do talk. And I'm listening to the podcast straight to the end where he says, well, thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Bye for now. And I'm like, well, what happened to me? I thought it was a Sparky night.
Good point, Sparky. Good point.
I just want to say, Heath, thanks a lot for nothing.
In defense of myself, it's hard because so many people have supported me along the way that I know the second I mention one or two or three, I'm going to forget somebody and I'm going to upset somebody else. So I've sort of, unfortunately, at your expense, I've taken the approach to thank people in other ways, sort of by passing it on and trying to support, smaller channels than myself or other channels just in general. But yeah, it's an interesting dilemma because I can't remember everyone that's helped me out along the way. Are people texting you also, Sparky? I'm getting texts also.
Yeah, there's another person that wants to get in here on the live stream, so I sent him the link too because I haven't put it up in the chat yet. I will probably later on. But I got to ask, I was on that podcast too with MRYCG, and what did you guys actually think of that whole process? Just to go through it with everybody, you get on there, and it's something like this where you can see each other, so you can see Jason. He goes through it, but he records everything and then goes through and picks out the good parts, knocks out all the crap where you guys are laughing probably and saying stupid stuff about other people and everything. So puts all that out, puts up the good stuff, makes your channels look pretty good, actually. So. But the whole process, Vinny, how did you think about, for me, it took about an hour, hour and a half, but I know Jason, I've been over to visit with Jason and stuff like that. So it probably took a bit longer for me, but just kind of go through that process of going through a recording, but yet it's kind of live.
I didn't realize that it was not going to be a video chat like we're doing right now. I didn't know it was just going to be an audio chat, but in the process, getting to talk to Jason while he's doing it. And let me tell you, Jason screwed up lots of times.
Yeah. Yeah, he went back a couple times and re-asked questions for me as well. Yeah.
Sorry, Jason, if you're in here.
I haven't seen him in there yet.
No, but he told me at the beginning, he says, I'm probably going to screw up a lot of the intro parts here, so bear with me.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the amount of editing that he puts into it. He's kind of got a structure for his podcast and he wants to sort of keep everything to a certain length. And in order to maintain that structure and sort of build up that audience and give them a product they expect, having that sort of similar structure over each month, I think helps his podcast out. But I also think for us, I think it does show us off in a good light. And
what I liked about it also was in between each one of our interviews, he did the Crash on the Rails or whatever that's called.
Disaster Diaries.
And then he had the two young guys on there doing their thing. It was in between each one of the interviews. Yep. So I thought that was pretty interesting. It was really a good podcast. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it to be just an audio. I thought it was going to be a video also, but oh well.
So you guys are both subscribed to that channel now, I would hope.
Yes, we are. I am.
Yeah, I think the first podcast I listened to was this one with some guy named Sparky 107.
Really?
When he was interviewed, I believe that was that number 5, Sparky, or number 4?
Oh, I'd have to go back and actually watch that.
I
don't think I'm subscribed to their channel. So,
but I think
kidding. Of course I am.
I got to meet Jason's wife too on that podcast.
Oh, nice.
Great. Yeah, she's nice, and I think she does a lot of the editing and stuff for him too. So.
Yeah, I didn't know, but they both, or at least Yeah, no, both of them DJ as well. They now have a radio show that they do online, and MRYCG is Stuart, Jason, and his wife Rachel does a lot of stuff, or Rach does a lot of stuff.
Rach.
And they've been doing, this DJ thing on, is it today? I think it may have been today, earlier this afternoon as well. So he's got a lot of experience with sort of the audio side of things. But I liked it. It was something a little different, audio only. You know, we don't really do that a lot, in what we do. So Kyle's asking what show we're talking about.
Yeah. So it's the MRYCG channel. You guys can post a link if you want. I'd have to probably find it. So I've got it written down on my desk upstairs, which does me a lot of good up down here. It was supposed to be the GoPro, like I said earlier, and a lot of other live chats and stuff through the week. And it just wasn't working. And I've been out here running trains for about an hour and a half. They've been doing great. I love it. The trains are running. I didn't even have to clean the track.
Nice. There you go.
And you guys can say this in the chat, and you guys can talk about this in a minute too. But as soon as the camera went on, you guys saw me get up. I had to take 2 cars off already. They fell off in the helix. They fell off in the helix in ages.
You know that always happens when you turn the camera on.
and why is that? Like, why are they so camera shy? It can't. I don't get it. So,
how do they know? Wow! Look at Container Man 68.
Holy! Let's get Sparky's attention. Hi, brother. Missed you.
Hey, brother Roy.
Just for that, he only gets a hat, though.
I think you better give him more than a hat there, buddy.
All right, I'll give him a wiggy, too. I was just about to shut you guys up and start going back through the chat. But we do have Container Man 68 in there. Thank you very much, bud. And yeah, that'll probably get me off my, I'll just say it, off my ass and out here a few times on Wednesday nights. For sure. Whitewall Wheels 1 Hardcore. How are you doing? TSG Multimedia, bud. And we got another guy in the basement. He's always really noisy, though, so I'll leave him down there for a second. Crazy Joe, nice to see you. Kelly Rail fan Ron Brights is in here. Steve87 PSAP. And a few other people. Oh, and somebody else found the link, too.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm going to end up with a full house. You watch this. So best highlight of doing that podcast, guys, like you said, there was no video. It was all audio. So what's your take on that? Like, to sit back and just listen to yourselves without the video. Any thoughts on it?
It was weird for me. It was weird for me. But the best part is I actually got a face-to-face with Jason. And that was the best part for me.
Yeah. I hate listening to myself. So it was, I did listen to the podcast, but it was, you try and sort of block it out a little bit. I mean, the best thing about doing audio only podcasts, though, is you don't need to wear any clothes when you do them.
That's true.
One of us had to say it, of course. So
you did tee it up after all. Come on.
Yeah, I certainly did. But like you said, listening to yourself, and at the end there, it kind of took me by surprise, too. I didn't know I was doing the ending for the over the pond part. But, hey, and I was actually listening to it with a couple guys at work over lunch, had it on, and all of a sudden one of them turned around and went, "Hey, that's you." And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Steve Childers says they hate listening to you, Heath.
I don't blame them, man. I can't stand it.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I asked you, I want to get with you and find out what kind of audio equipment you're using, because you sounded really good on the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I used, I'm not using it now, but I'm pretty sure I was using this mic. Look at that face. He looks like he got caught doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
I'm waiting for John to do something too, because I'll wait until he's not paying attention, then I'd bring him up. So. Oh, look.
It's all ripped apart.
Yeah, so RWC Toyman is holding up a locomotive that another one of my followers brought over to me and said, "It's not working properly. Can you fix it?" And I went, "I don't do DCC installs."
Here we go, Dave. It's almost done.
So he's getting it done. So are you going to be over on this weekend?
Yes,
Pops?
I'll be over on this weekend.
All right. And where are you planning on spending the night? Since you don't want to text me, I'll just ask you publicly.
Spending the night?
I haven't shared a bed with you in how long?
Oh, God.
Quiet. No, Jenny's going to get jealous.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't had me down there for the October visit, so. Yeah, I'm just
Calm
that
down.
friendly, and I've been telling Heath to come and visit too, but
It's not an expensive flight, but yeah. Ron, I loved your DCC installs, adding the ditch lights and stuff.
Yeah, Ron does great
Those
work.
that was some cool videos.
This is what I'm doing right now because I had to carefully snap off the ditch lights on this locomotive in order to get them installed. And if you want to highlight me, Dave, see?
oh, I don't.
Right there. It's got the 402 LEDs.
Oh, the LED on the end. Yeah.
But the only bad thing is I have not seen Ron work on any N scale stuff.
I don't think you ever will.
I want to see somebody put ditch lights in one of the N scale SD70 Aces.
Hello, John.
Hola.
Oh,
I mean,
what are you watching, Dora the Explorer or something? While you're waiting?
oh. Wow, I haven't heard that in a long time.
What is that to the left of John?
To the
That's
left.
RWC Toy Man.
No, it looks like sunlight or something.
You mean that?
No,
Or do
it's
you mean
your
this?
left. Your other left. Yeah, that.
This left? That's outside.
Yeah, but we don't have any of that outside here. It's pitch black.
Yeah, it's a little dark
You
behind.
don't have any windows in New York City.
Well,
That costs extra.
costs a lot extra. You have no idea.
Yeah, no, it's still only 4:18 here. So yeah, we have like a couple hours left of sunlight, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. California changes also. So that's right. You are an hour earlier than me also.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
something
time
like
change,
that.
Everybody doing that? Like Vinny, you don't do the time change, do you?
No, we don't.
So right now I'm at 7:18.
I'm at 5:18.
Yeah, I'm 718 also.
Yeah, we weren't talking to you, Heath.
I'm going to go back to eating my dinner. Thank you.
All right.
What are we having for dinner?
Some burger and vegetables.
Did you bring some for us?
I did actually. I'll email it to you.
There you go.
Just not sure. I like how he said vegetables.
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 Definitely not my
Vegetables.
favorite part, but you got to eat more of them eventually.
Yeah, so I just got to
Hey,
tell a
man.
really stupid story now. Like the whole left and right thing there when we were talking to John. And I remember one of my first jobs was actually at a McDonald's when I was a teenager. And I was driving a car back then, and I gave a girl a ride home. And
Uh-oh.
she says, okay, you got to turn up here at the corner. I'm like, okay, well, you can turn both ways. Which way do you want me to turn? And she did this. Hey, turn left. And I went, what did you just do? And she said, well, if I hold my fingers up like this makes an L, and this doesn't make an L. So this is left, and this is the other way.
Well, it's a good thing. Hey, it's a good thing she wasn't dyslexic.
Yeah, really.
See, whenever I do it, though, it never works out for me. They're both the same when I do it.
You have two left hands.
I won't show you the finger I was going to put up.
Oh, this is a family show now. Keep it nice.
Oh, I know. I'm having a hard time keeping it nice. I'm actually wearing a heart monitor right now.
Oh,
And I keep getting the cords caught on everything. It's just everything I hit and touch, the cord gets caught and wants to go fly in. And as soon as you rip it off, it beeps and yells at you. And
You're
Oh,
really wearing a heart monitor for real?
yeah.
What?
Well, you want
What's
to see
that
my
for?
body?
stress?
What are you doing? What's that for?
Stress test?
Just stuff. Stuff.
Yeah.
that
Are you
really-
okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
Says the doctor.
I need a button over here so that when you do something, I can push the button and shock your ass.
Well, RWC Toy Man, he's been through all this kind of stuff too. So
Oh, yeah.
And then I got
Okay.
stress test or something. What's it called, Toy Man?
Stress test.
Yeah, stress test coming up. He says I'm going to have a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, you have a lot of fun.
well, go ahead, explain it.
Were you huffing and puffing and everything else? And,
Well, I don't do it until January.
oh, you're not doing the treadmill until? Oh, you're going to have fun with that.
Well, how hard's a treadmill? I can understand for you. You have a hard time standing up, but
Oh, you wait until they put it on an incline and you have to walk
Yeah, and especially because you're smoking.
Shut up, Vinny. You used to smoke.
And
Yeah,
further
I used to
tell you,
smoke-
oh, you're going to have to quit smoking.
See, I used to smoke. Look what it got me now. Okay, so quit smoking, buddy.
Here we go. Health 101.
Eat your vegetables, Sparky.
Oh, my God, get rid of Heath. Something mean to say.
I'm not going to say anything.
Good.
We already had that conversation.
True enough. Fresh air, though. It's my only good habit, so I got to keep it. How hard is a treadmill, says Drew Dudes Model Trains. I wouldn't think it's that hard. It just moves. You just walk. So,
Yeah, but they keep increasing the tilt and they keep increasing the speed until basically your heart rate gets
Until-
over a certain point.
Until you collapse.
Yeah, basically until you fall off the
Pretty
backside.
much. And you have to sign your waiver. You may have a heart attack while doing this.
that'll be why it's in the basement of the hospital. You're already 6 feet under.
There you go.
Oh, that's bad.
Chris Mitchell's saying he's having a stress test and a CAT scan of a heart.
Ooh.
To get the heart rate up. The treadmill is fun because it gets the heart rate up. Yeah, if I thought that was fun, I'd buy one for the house. So
Yeah, and in 2 weeks, I'm going to the hospital for the pre-admission surgery clinic because they're going to go ahead with my heart repair valve surgery. Finally, after a year and a half.
well, that'll be good. At least then you'll have a heart and be nice and kind and maybe
Nice and
smile
kind
more.
now. I just don't like you.
That's his fault. So we got Michael McCarville saying, wow, I don't know. Happens. So a few people in the chat. Joey Buzak, I'm having surgery this Friday. Looks like a health-related night. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So a few
Joey's
people.
having surgery?
Hey, you can't have it on Friday. You have to be in my live stream on Friday there, buddy.
You can watch the replay, then you get more watch time out of it.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Same here. I had a heart attack and then had to have a stress test, and it was a grueler. And that's Digger Evans.
Right.
Hey, maybe I don't want to talk about the stress test then.
Yeah, probably not.
Now I'm getting all worked up. Gotta go.
You do a lot of physical labor for work, though, don't you? I mean, you're on your feet all day.
I used to, but they ended up making me a sub foreman again. So now I only work half the time and look at prints the other half. So that's what she was saying when she was sticking this on. She's like, okay, you got to write down any strenuous activities and stuff you do so we know why your heart rate's going up. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a blank sheet by the time I bring it back. I don't have to worry about anything at home, and I don't have to worry anything at work. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Steve 87, peace out. Sparky needs a smoke break. I can last an hour.
I hope you can last an hour.
Oh, I should be able to. Trains are still running, I think. Can't see them, so I'm not even going to try to change channels or change cameras. I tried to do that earlier too, and then the whole thing went blank, and I couldn't get any of my cameras back. So I'm not touching nothing. I might
That
have-
happens when I try to think of something.
Good.
Well, yeah, I just don't think either, though, John.
Yeah, I'll go blank.
So just going over everybody. Heath, you got a big night coming up tonight. Another live stream, isn't it?
I do, Mr. Big Bill. I'm going to be sitting on the other side of the table, and he's going to ask me a lot of questions.
Now, didn't you just do a Ask Big Bill questions?
I did for Sparky's Meet the Streamer on Wednesday night. I interviewed Big Bill, and now he's gonna interview me tonight.
So that might be worth tuning in just to see if he can seek revenge on you. Any hard questions you may remember asking him?
I don't, but we did, a little tech tune-up and talked a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to write that one down, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want you to rehearse it." So I know he's got something for me. I just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, usually I let everybody rehearse most of the questions I got for people. So, and hopefully I can start getting into Meet the Streamer again soon. I know I do have a special guest coming up in a couple weeks. Oh no, I just did it again. Sorry, Flash.
Why do
That
you
happened
keep
once
showing
at a
that you
concert
don't
I was
have one?
watching.
Oh, one at a time.
I just said that happened once at a concert I was watching. The girls did that.
Not saying a word. Not saying a word.
Look, I made Vinny cry. I'm sorry, Vinny.
Speaking of Vinny, he kind of has a bit of an announcement going on his channel. You have 180 subs that you need to get what?
No. I made a mistake on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had to pull out my calculator and do it.
You can't count backwards?
I can't count backwards.
I can't count either, Vinny. Don't worry about it.
Vinny, when you first texted me today, it was like, oh, can you shout out my channel? I need 21 subs to hit 4,000 followers. And then
4,000, wow.
later and said, I need 180 subs to get to 4,000. So how bad was your math, really?
The actual number is 82 subs to reach 4,000 subscribers.
So you need 82 people.
82 people. And I am already starting to plan out a contest for it. I have three people on board for prizes and stuff. I won't tell you what the prizes are at this time. I might do that on my Friday night show.
Well, I see Pops has 3 other followers behind him. They're just a little on the stiff side.
Hey, you know what? I need 12.
What kind of show is this?
My channel back up to where it used to be. How's that?
Well, it'd be nice to get you back up to where it used to be. That's for sure.
Ain't happening.
Joey Busek? Busek? He can't count either.
Into an eBay auction, yeah, no doubt.
But I owe the amount of subscribers I got in the last week and a half to Jimmy DIY and Digital for doing his contest and using me to promote the contest for him and give out the secret code word. And because of that, over the past week, I gained about 80 subscribers.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
How do we get the secret code word, Vinny?
Yeah, what was it, Vinny?
You have to go watch the video. You have to go watch the live stream.
I did watch most of your live stream, then I got taken away near the end of it. So you obviously said it at the end.
I did. But you guys should know what it is because I say it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you said it multiple times.
I
It
say
was
it
just
all,
only once that you let us know that you said it.
right.
Anyhow, come on.
Exactly. And about 3 years ago, I had a friend of mine that did a little spoof on me. He put a counter up on screen every time I said
Oh,
anyhow.
that's too funny.
I remember that.
You remember that? It started counting. So in that one video, I said anyhow 37 times.
Wow. That's
See, that's
awesome.
the other thing that's not working right now. My phone does a thumbprint to turn it on. It don't want to work.
I tried doing that too with my phone. It didn't want to work either.
So,
Don't you have to have a heartbeat for that to work?
That's
hold
why
on,
you
there's
got
another
the
button around here somewhere. There we go. So I just see, I got to actually type in my code here, but John also has an announcement for his channel coming up. So we're going to make him nice and big and pretty.
Right.
Well, so much for the, well, no, we're not.
Dude, seriously?
Before John jumps in, I'm going to jump out. The girlfriend's coming home, but I'll try and come back in a sec, in a little
Put
bit.
the camera on, then we can see her, not you.
She wouldn't be happy with me. Let me tell you.
She's not now anyway.
Well, I'm trying.
All right, good boy. All right. There we go, John.
Oh.
It's you, bud. I like your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, I wore that special because I was going to do a special promotion here, but you're already on. So what can I do,
Andy.
man?
You're kind of pixelated, though.
Oh, it's because I have my podcast that's coming out on Saturday uploading right now
Oh, do you? Okay.
for the next 26 minutes. So, but as long as you can hear me, that matters. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
No? What did you say? Oh, here we go. Oh, let us know.
So no, I wanted to mention, because I don't know how many people who watch your channel here watch my channel, and I had something come out. I think it was a week ago, a little over a week ago, and it's a video about logging inclines that Jack Burgess and I put together, and I'm still finding this hard to believe, but this video got over 30,000 views in the first week that it was public. And I think it might be a new record for my channel.
That's
And I
awesome.
thank you. I was just really excited about it. And I wanted to mention that because I'm just really excited about it. As we're sitting here now, it has 39,000 views and it's been out for 10 days now.
Wow.
I can't believe it because when we put the video out, because I talked to Jack about it when he was telling me what he wanted to do. And he said, oh, probably no one will want to watch it, but how about this? And he explained, it was a slideshow of all these vintage photographs and some film clips and stuff. And I said, let's try it and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that would happen? We put it out and nobody watches it. So what? That's like all my other videos. And but then we put it out, and I've been getting emails from Jack just saying, I can't believe what's happening. I'm like, yeah, I can't believe what's happening. I've never had a video get viewed that much. I mean, and it's such a short period of time, So I'm excited about that.
No, you know what? It was a well put together video. I've watched it 3 times myself for the most part. And I don't know if everybody has watched it in the chat. If not, go to John's channel, it's TSG Multimedia. He's been in the chat a couple times, and watch the logging video that he put up and compare it to today. Like the stuff that they were doing, the inclines, and he showed pictures of a guy riding on the back of a flat car with a bulkhead on the end of it down this incline that was 30%, you said, I think, or more?
Oh, it was more than that. These things were absolutely ridiculous. They were so steep. And the only thing that they had preventing the car from taking off was a cable.
Right. And that's
Right?
what I was watching too. So that cable, if it ever snapped or let go, that guy, all he has in his hand is the brake wheel. And that ain't stopping that car going down that grade.
No.
Nothing stopping that car going down the grade.
No. So I wonder what the life expectancy of those guys were that were doing that kind of thing. And there were so many other pictures that you showed also that were just crazy in today's standards. Like you wouldn't even people would refuse to even look at that work. Like
Yeah. Well, I mean, before we had workplace safety enforced and standards for that were applied across the board to various industries, these guys wanted to make the money and they would do whatever it took to get those logs out of the forest and make the money, and these guys, I've seen other even crazier stuff, these vintage photos, black and white photos of, oh, look at this. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's the one. Where there's a cable going across this big valley and there's a locomotive attached on this cable that they're taking across this valley. I don't even know how they must have just used steam donkeys to pull the stuff over or whatever. But man, these guys just did crazy stuff.
Oh, and like you said, it was all for the money. And back then, that's what you had to do to get the money and bring the income into the house.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a high paycheck back then either. Like you were looking at $2-5 a week type thing, doing kind of stuff like that. So
yeah,
something like that. Yeah. Then there was another video, which I was thinking would be the popular video this month, or last month, I should say, which came out the week before that, or maybe it was 2 weeks before. It didn't have you in it. It had the garden railroad that we visited when you were here, Dave. Remember where you broke everything?
Yeah.
I don't know. Remember if I talked to you about this, Dave? But they redid that entire layout. They relayed all the track. It's a completely different track plan, and they did everything with laser levels and made the grades and everything much more consistent. And boy, it runs like a dream now. I was just out there on a Saturday, and you can run a train and not have a single derailment on the whole layout now. And that's a garden layout.
I'm sure I could.
So, well, you probably could, but most normal people couldn't. But the point though is that I thought that was going to be, and it started off being pretty popular. But if you compare that with the logging inclines video, it's still good. It has, let me see, I have it here somewhere. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. It has 8,000 views or something like that. Here, let me see.
That's not too bad, but your channel's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, 7,500 views compared to, the logging inclines one actually has 39,554 views and 135 comments.
Very nice.
Dude, seriously, I don't even know. could this be the first ever viral video on TSG Multimedia? Kind of looks like it could be.
So, John, with all those comments, do you actually answer them?
Not all 135, but I've been chipping away at them. And if I see something that deserves an answer, I definitely re-comment. And I do know that Jack has been going on. He always looks at his videos to see if people are asking questions. He's really good about that.
Right.
That guy is a pro, man. Just everything about him. He's totally prepared before we even start a camera. Like when I walk in to do a video with him, regardless of what the video is going to be about, he'll hand me a CD. Actually, I have one right here. This is one of the CDs that Jack hands me. He says, here's all the pictures you might need, JPEGs, whatever, for this video that we're going to do. This also has, plans that I drew and a JPEG of this and a piece of that or whatever. I have a bunch of these discs. These are all from him that are from various videos that we've done over the past, year or whatever. And I just, he's prepared. He goes back, he answers questions on the videos. It's funny because he even keeps track. He has his own sheet of analytics. On YouTube, we get our own analytics. You get the page that YouTube generates that says, here's how many views you have. Here's, if you want to compare this video, you can put that and compare the other video next to it and all that stuff. He has a spreadsheet. He's keeping track of all those analytics by checking the videos every day or, every week or whatever. And I kind of told him, it's like, I could show you that on the YouTube if you want me. He's like, oh no, I like doing this. I like to see which ones do better. Like, that's,
you just click
cool.
a button to do that. So we got RDNT in here saying hi to a few people. CSXGEET44AC. How are you? And there was a couple other people saying hi and popping in. Container Man 68 saying bye to Freak.
I should apologize, guys. There were a bunch of people saying hi to me when I popped in on the chat, and I couldn't get back to all of them. So hello, everybody that said hello.
Oh, I get bad at that too. So what about the guy who lived with his wife halfway up the mountain, and all he did was work a set of points every 30 minutes? I remember talking about that guy.
Yeah, forgot the guy's name, but yeah, that was the guy throwing the switch halfway up to send the empties up on one side and the loads down on the other side, and that's all he did all day. Another one of those really fun jobs, back in the day. I just noticed Andy's on. Hey, can I say something to Andy real quick?
Sure. Whatever.
Andy, you sent me a photograph of a train in the UK there, and I just found it today after I had finished editing the podcast that's uploading right now. So it won't come out on this Saturday's podcast, but I'll use it next month. I just forgot that I had it because I had saved it somewhere else, or it was in a chat screen or something. So I didn't have it where I was expecting to see it. So I'll use that picture next time.
And everybody's got to say hi to Ashley.
Ashley. Hello, Ashley. Oh, another.
Hello, Ashley.
How you doing?
And Hot Rod Rodney. So,
Right.
Mr. Toyman, Pops, what's going on with your channel coming up?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I get some supplies. I won't be doing anything for a bit.
So everybody go subscribe to his channel and we can watch nothing.
Hey, you can watch all the past live streams.
Oh, true. And you'll probably end up live streaming from over here on the weekend.
Hey, there's that possibility.
Yeah, just leave those skeletons there, would you? That one's kind of freaky. No, the other one.
Well,
I can see the resemblance, though, for sure.
Don't be picking on my friends behind me.
Uh-huh.
But you know
Trains
what?
are starting to sound funny over here. I don't know why. Yeah, whatever.
Do me a favor, will you? Don't send me another locomotive. This one's getting me.
Well, I noticed you sent back the steam locomotive I sent you to put a decoder in.
Yeah, that one's not happening.
I don't think I'd try to make that one on my first go either. So, but still got to get my big boy fixed. And I think I'm just going to do that. Just change the decoder out on it. I think it's just a clip in anyway. So
You will.
I'll go back and do that one. Stop looking. Joey, as long as you don't hear them falling down. Yeah, so far we're okay. So far. So, but that's pretty much what I got for you guys. I know I'm a little bit early tonight, but I know we also had James Wright was on earlier, and we got Michael McCarville coming on right after I am finished. So he'll probably be starting his live stream in the next couple minutes. And I'm not sure if James is actually still on or not. Yeah, I think he is. So and I'll pop over there for the next 15 minutes.
What's James doing?
He's talking to Athern, the guy that replaced Chris. So he's talking to James
That's
right now. So
That's right. Sorry, I remember he had mentioned that he was going to be doing that.
and I might try to crash that live stream that you sent me a link to, or you didn't send me a link to. Your special guest coming up. Yes, you, John.
Did I tell you who the special guest was?
You told me.
Okay, I thought I did. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I put a note. Sorry, I put an announcement about that in the podcast that's coming out on Saturday, and I intentionally kept it a secret. So I want people to be suspenseful, and when they tune in, they'll be happy that they did.
Yeah, and
And
that
you should call
particular person you're talking about. Yeah, I probably will. But
Yeah, you
that
should.
particular person, he's actually contacted me too, and he wouldn't mind being on the Meet the Live Streamer. So that should be hopefully the second week in December for me too. So what's
I'll
James?
be here.
Remember,
How long are you going to carry on
remember
with streamers, Sparky?
Probably just keep doing it until the end of the year, and hopefully start getting back more into the scenery and the layout and the stuff like that. Like I said, it's been a couple of months since I've been out here. I'm surprised the trains are even running as well as they are without cleaning the track completely. But they're doing all right, and it'd be nice to get some of the layout actually done that I've started, like a couple of the yards and things. So get out here a couple times a month anyway, or work on that. And like I said, every Wednesday, hope to get back out here and get back into the swing of this. I was actually a little nervous to get back out here. Like I said, when I started the trains and they're all working good, and I thought, well, this isn't going to be good because if the trains are working now, they ain't going to work later. And then the GoPro, like I said, it didn't want to work. And then the iPad thing, it didn't want to work. I got to update it, and then started with that. And then it asked for my password and told me I didn't know what that was. So who knows?
sounds like my life.
Yeah, but you're on a Mac. They remember everything, right?
Yeah, Macs do pretty well, actually.
Yeah, so got too many computers around here right now, just trying to figure out passwords and everything else. So who knows? But I got to say thanks again to Container Man 68. Put the old Beatles one on. But I'm probably going to say goodbye to everybody. So if you guys want to wave and say any final thoughts that you got, go for it, Vinny.
82 subscribers to reach 4,000, and then a big contest.
What's big mean?
Lots of prizes.
What's lots mean?
I have Logic Rails on board. I have Yankee Dabbler on board. I have Highways and Byways on board, and I'm going to try and get Long Shadows Cheese on board.
Oh, you're doing with Bob.
Oh, Bobby, yep.
And Vinny,
Cool.
I know this other guy, he does DVDs and stuff like that, and he's got quite a few of them sitting around. So if you ask him, he might have a couple that he can give out to for some of your products.
Gee, John, do you have a couple extra DVDs if you have?
We know that. Yeah, we know that guy.
I didn't say anybody's name.
No, I did. We know that guy. If you want to give something away, Vinny, let me know. Get a hold of me. You have my email, right?
I don't think I do.
Oh, you got me on Facebook, right?
Yeah, well, I'll find you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, or Dave, give him my email, and we'll set something up.
All
I
right,
get no problem with that.
sounds
Yeah, I
good.
can try to do that.
Thanks for bringing that up, Dave. I didn't even think about that. Just
Yeah.
stressed out. Maybe I need the stress test.
You can do it in my place if you want.
I don't think that'll work.
Well, I remember doing the stairs with you, going up to that observatory or whatever that we were doing, and halfway up,
159 steps.
oh man, the air was a little thinner there, of course. So
Of course.
Yeah, and the snake sure got your adrenaline going up, though.
I think you jumped higher than I did.
Well, I was closer.
For sure. I keep
Did you guys
touching.
see that? We almost got killed by a rattlesnake when Dave was out here visiting.
Yeah, we weren't filming at that time though.
No, jumped out of the bushes and tried to kill me.
I knew where the car was, so I could have left you there and went for help.
Well, it's like that old saying that if you're in the woods and you come across a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear; you just have to outrun your friend.
That's right.
That's
Right?
good.
Sometimes put the bears there and start running.
All right, Pop. Say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Plain and simple, and that's why I love them.
I appreciate you giving me the opportunity there, Sparky.
Well, you crashed the party. I had to get you up here on the screen. So,
Yes.
all right, John. Any final thoughts from you, bud?
Not really. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no, always great having you up. And little unprepared. Like I said, I had so much things that I wanted to do tonight, and then just kind of everything kiboshed and went left, right, and center, and didn't really have anything planned. But this turned out pretty good, and get me back in the swing of doing the live streams and stuff like that. So, pretty sure every Wednesday I can get my butt back out here and keep this kind of thing going. So that should be good. Like I said, we got Michael McCarville turning on his live stream right about now, and we do have Heath. Humanity Junction at 9 p.m. Eastern. He's going to be on Model Railroading Live. Who's Big Bill talking to? So that's another one to check out later. He's trying to do 2 screens, watch both at the same time. Who knows? So go check those out, guys. And that's it for me. And 52 of 1,500 contests, maybe. What's that mean, Container Man 68? Not sure.
52 more subscribers to get to 1,500.
Oh, for him.
Yeah, for him.
Well, right on. So everybody, 52 more people. If you're not watching Container Man 68, you should go do that right after this live stream. Just click on it. Make sure you watch some of his videos too. But Michael McCarville, I'll spit that out as I trying to talk. Oh, jeepers. All right, guys, go ahead in the chat. Throw up what you guys need or want or subscriber counts or anything. We'll get Vinny to read them off. I'd say Toy Man, but I don't know if you can see the chat.
Don't forget to tune into my show on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. I do have another special guest.
So I wonder how that's going to work now. Are you only 2 hours behind me or 1 hour or 3?
2 hours behind you.
So you're 2, but John's still 3.
John's 3, yeah.
But John falls back next week?
No,
No.
we already fell back.
They already changed. That's why
We changed on.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
changed.
we changed on Sunday.
Yeah, same time we did. So
I think Arizona is the only state in the United States that doesn't change the clock, right?
Actually, I heard there's 4 states, and I don't know what they are, but there are 4 states that do not change their time. And
There should be.
what's even funnier is the Indian reservations here. They do not change. They do change their time. So when they walk off the reservation, they're in a different time zone.
That is so strange.
That's weird, I tell you.
I don't know why. Sorry, you're trying to sign off, but I want to say this. I don't know why they don't just change it a half hour. No, I was going to ask you, Dave, how do you see your channel going? No, what I really was going to say is I don't see why they don't why doesn't everybody in the world just change their time by a half hour and just leave it? It is so stupid. Change it forward, change it back, change it, and then you forget, then you're late to stuff, and it's like, what the hell's the point? Just change it a half hour and be done with it.
Just do it. I mean, they were talking about that a while ago, just not to have this change in time and all that, because they're doing it for the daylight savings time that, people are afraid to walk in the dark or go from their business to their car in the dark. Is like stupid.
yeah, but now it is dark out at night.
It was done for the farmers back in the day before headlights and everything and tractors.
Ah, that makes sense.
That's what it was done for. It was done for the farmers back in the day.
It was done for that, but let's think about that for a second. So if it's dark at 5, then go out at 6. Why do you have to change the clock? Why play games with it? I don't understand. I mean, and I grew up in the country, so people get up. You do your work when you have to do it.
Yeah. And I know Ontario, it sent that to Parliament now, and they've kind of voted on it, and they said we're not going to start changing time, the bouncing back and forth anymore, but Quebec has to do it first, and New York has to do it first.
Wow.
And then
Quebec have to do it first. Never mind Quebec.
yeah, no kidding. I think the same, but we'll leave that one alone too. So, all right, guys, I'm going to hit the big red X over here. Thanks for joining me, having fun, and we'll see. I will be here next Wednesday with Bell on or something. Hopefully not with these little pads though, because they're driving me nuts. They're all over the place.
Roy said there's only 2 states that actually don't change time: Arizona and Hawaii.
Yeah,
interesting. Yeah, I didn't know Hawaii doesn't change.
Neither did I.
And there was another one up here that said something else about that too. Now, of course, I can't find it.
Yeah. Alberta doesn't change their time, I don't think.
All right, I'm leaving that alone. Okay, guys.
Before you go, tell us what you want to do with your channel, Sparky.
Yeah.
I want to be here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday Night Live chat, just to hang out with everybody in the chat and hang out with you guys.
Where do you see that going in 5 years?
Out the door?
Right. It's too bad Drew isn't here to appreciate what I'm trying to do to you.
Yeah, I know. I do, though.
I know.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks for putting up with me.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Good night,
See ya.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
See ya.